So we'll be continuing with viruses today. Yesterday we studied about lytic cycle and lysogenic cycle. I hope you are all clear about lytic and lysogenic cycle. So today we will continue to study further. So it is a Russian biologist I have thought what is gram positive and gram negative long time back when I taught Monira. DJ Ivanovsky in the year 1892 studied about virus in tobacco plants. Okay, so this guy, he was the first person. He tried to study about this. Ivanovsky was a Russian biologist who studied about this thing, uh, virus. So what he was seeing was this tobacco plant was having a disease which is called as tobacco mosaic disease. So whenever he is going to extract this particular plant leaves, and then he was making it as a fluid, and then he was putting it on other healthy plants, he saw that the other healthy plants were also infected. Okay, so based on this, he called that fluid, whatever he made, as contagium vivium fluidum. See, he called that particular thing as what? Contagium vivum fluidum. So this means, it means infectious infectious living fluid. So he was the first person who was like kind of who studied about this particular thing, virus as a feature. So Russian biologist, the name is DJ Ivanovsky. Then in the year 1898, there is this guy who is called as a Dutch botanist who is called as Beijernik. Okay, W.M. Beijernik. He gave the term virus, which means a venomous fluid or Okay, this spelling is like kind of, some books will give it as NICK, some book will give it as NCK. Okay, Bejer Nick and Solvanga, Bejer Ink and Wanga. So they will try to tell it with different names. It's a proper noun, so different people write it different way. I can write your name as AAKIF. Okay, so these are the two things which are there. And then something that you should know, the first discovered virus is tobacco mosaic virus. Okay, in 1935, there is this guy W.M. Stanley. First crystallized virus. Okay, so it is first crystallized virus. Are you guys able to hear me? Thanks, people, children. And there is one fellow telling no. Then how would he be able to listen to what I asked, and then he's responding no, and then like, so funny. So wait a minute. First slide, some people want, please quickly take it down, whatever you wanted to note. Second slide, these are the people involved with virus study. And there is a scientist who is called as Robert Gallo. You have to remember this name also. He was the person who discovered AIDS, HIV. These are the names. These are the names which are very important. And someone is asking me a stupid question, whether whether virus is living or not. We have been like studying about it like yesterday. We have been like studying about it like since yesterday or day before yesterday. I told that virus has the property of both being living and non-living. Okay, so now we'll continue. So this is the thing that you need to know. So these are the scientists who are there. Okay, so now we'll move on further. Viruses cannot be termed as, some notes you please write. Prokaryote or eukaryote. Second point, they exhibit properties of living and non-living. Third one, they are the smallest organisms. And they have early or primitive form of organization. They are highly evolved parasites. The sixth one, influenza or smallpox virus has DNA as genetic material. Bacteriophages double strand DNA. Hepatitis B, measles, herpes will have single or double stranded. HIV, measles, and all will have single or double strand RNA. Tobacco mosaic virus, single strand RNA. So these are all some of the examples. Okay, the smallpox virus will have double-stranded DNA. Okay, so you have these things. HIV will be affecting primates. It will affect all the primates. Monkey family it will affect, not the other animals. It will not affect your animals, other animals. It will affect only the primates. Okay, I will wait, Sarvi. You please copy this thing down, then I will move on to the next slide. Anything which is coming under the primata, it will try to affect. TMV is tobacco mosaic virus. Primates are monkey family. Monkey family is called as primates. Okay, if you guys are like done, we can move on. Yes, we also come under monkey family. Okay, so they are host specific, which means bacteriophages cannot affect animals. Bacteriophages cannot affect plants. Bacteriophages will affect only bacteria. So similarly, plant viruses will not affect human beings. Plant viruses will affect only plants. Animal viruses will not affect plants or bacteria. Okay. Protista will come under animals and fungi will come under plants. We don't have separate kingdom for viruses because we don't consider them living. Because like there is a confusion about whether they are living or non-living. That is why we are trying to study it as a separate stream. Okay, so with this thing, that part is over. So we have studied about reproduction also. So today we are going to see about like one more important thing, the last part of viruses. There is a group of viruses which are called as retroviruses. We are going to study about retroviruses. One virus cannot affect other virus. Okay, so we are going to study about a group of viruses which are called as retroviruses. What is this retrovirus? You need to understand. Okay. So please understand that retroviruses are viruses which will show reverse transcription. So people, please copy it down. You're in 11th standard, which means you have to write a little bit faster and don't expect the teacher to be waiting for you for all ever. I will tell about what is reverse transcription. Just wait and hang on. Okay, so now what we will do is we'll try to show viruses. We'll study about viruses and reverse transcription. So please understand something. Okay, this fifth slide, I'm just keeping it blank for some time. Let me go to the sixth slide. Okay, so please understand first what is, how the machinery of genetic system is working. Okay, we have been trying to tell that what is DNA. Okay, we have studied that DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. Okay, there is something called as proteins. So if you are asking me why is that DNA is called as the information, because DNA has information as to how the protein should be made. Okay, so DNA will have the information as to how the protein will be made. So protein is like the basic functional unit of our body, as in like basic functional unit in the sense like structural, something which gives structure even to the cell. If you are going to talk about it, it will be the proteins. Why is that my nose will look like my nose? Because in my body, my nose, the cells are having a particular shape. Okay. So say for example, I and you are not alike. You are having a different facial feature. I am having a different facial feature. I am having a different color. You are having a different color. Some of us might have a straight hair. Some of us might have a curly hair. Some of us might have a blue eye. Some of us might have a black eye. Some of us can have a brown eye, or like it is all varying. Basically, you please understand that all these organs are shaped up based on the cell shape. So only when a group of cells are shaped up in a particular way, you will be able to see the tissue shaped up in a particular way, and the tissue, when it is having a particular feature, the organ will become that way, and the organ will become organism. So what is this DNA? This DNA is having the information for the production of this protein. So a cell can be star shaped, a cell can be spherical, a cell can be hexagonal. But what is it all depending on? The cell's shape is dependent on the proteins that are making it. Okay. And the features of organism is mainly because of the proteins. If you are having melanin in your body, you will become dark. You are having more melanin, more darker. Less melanin, less darker. You are having more keratin, more hair. Less keratin, less hair. Like this, if you're having insulin, sufficient insulin, you'll have be normal. More insulin, you will have low sugar. You will have less insulin, you will have high sugar. So like this, insulin is going to determine how your behavior is going to be. And similarly, your keratin is going to be a determining factor of how much your hair is going to be. Your melanin is going to decide how much darker it is to be, how much darker an organism will be. Okay, so insulin is a proteinaceous hormone. It is a peptide hormone, we call it as. Okay, so insulin is considered to be a protein as well as a hormone. So some of the hormones are proteins. Insulin is one such thing. Okay, so basically unbalance of things will lead to something good or bad. Yeah, right. That is true. So whenever someone is asking me, is melanin good or bad? Melanin is basically a protein which is present in your body, which is responsible for pigmentation. If you are not having pigment, you will be like looking very fair, like thing. Yeah, Africans will have high melanin. True. Okay. So basically, you please understand that these are all functions of proteins. Okay. Whenever protein is more, I mean, like depending on the protein, the organism is there. But who is responsible for producing proteins? The ribosome is responsible for producing protein. Any protein which is there in your body is not just like that produced. Okay. So it is not dependent on, like, it is not just like that produced in your body. Okay. It is all dependent on the information which is coming in your body. Children, please listen now. I'm switching off the chat for a while because you people are like too much unwantedly speaking. Okay, so please listen to it. You are not able to understand because you are constantly typing something. Okay, you are not listening to me. So I'm getting comments that I cannot understand. Some people are saying that thing. So please listen, because like people who are saying that I can't understand are constantly chatting with me in that box. So you're constantly typing something. So you're not able to listen to me properly. All these things are very simple. If you're listening to me properly, you will be able to listen to it. Okay. So first listen to me, and then then you will understand. So basically what I am trying to tell is this DNA has information to produce proteins. From the DNA, you have to get what? Proteins. Only if the protein is going to be there, the organism will behave in a particular way. This DNA is there, this protein is there. So the information in DNA is usually not given just like that. Okay, so what will happen is the information in DNA is passed on to a format which is called as RNA. And this RNA is converted into a protein. So let us say that there are three people. One is A, one is B, and the other one is C. Let us say that this guy speaks only Marathi. This guy speaks only English. Okay, this guy can speak both English and Marathi. So what will happen if the person A has to communicate with person C? He will try to talk to him in English. This fellow will receive it in English first of all and write it in his mind. In his mind, he will change it to Marathi and then communicate it to him. Okay, so this is how it can happen. So basically, the body will not understand the language of DNA. Okay, the body will understand only the language of protein. So you need someone intermediate to convert this language of DNA to convert it into language of protein. So this intermediate guy is your RNA. Okay, or let me give you one more very simple analogy of an example. Okay, you imagine that I am a hotelier. Okay, I am running a hotel. I am having some 1,000 recipes which are very sacred. My family has given me my grandfather's recipe that I have, very safe. I don't want others to touch it. This 1,000 information, this 1,000 recipes are my important information that I have. I am the hotelier who wants to run a hotel, but I cannot give this to my chef directly because my chef will take it away and then run it, or like chef will damage it not knowing the value of this 1,000 recipes. So I'm going to sit there, and then what I'm going to do is whenever there is an order, let us say that someone is coming with an order for me, order 1 is coming, I will see which is the order, and then what I will do is I will try to read it and I'll pass it on as a chit. And this chit will go to the, let us say the chef. What the chef will do, the chef will read it. And then what he will do is he'll make the product and give it to the customer. Okay, so this recipe is my DNA. Your body is having the DNA. Your DNA is having thousands of information for thousands of proteins in your body. Okay, whenever the body is like, body requires some kind of recipe, there is a signal which is sent to the hotelier. Okay, the hotelier will try to produce what is called as a chit. The chit is the RNA. Okay, and what is who is the chef? The ribosome is the chef. The ribosome will try to read this RNA. Okay, and he will make what? Protein. And he will give it to the customer. Who is the customer? The customer is the cell. Any organism, this is how your system is working. So basically your DNA, okay, is the information from where RNA is produced, and from RNA the protein is produced. This is how the exact situation is. So there is a process by which this DNA is converted into RNA. Basically the hotelier is going to read the DNA and he's going to produce this chit which is called as the RNA by a process which is called as transcription. Okay, and then there is this RNA guy. From the RNA, the chef, who is the chef? The ribosome. The ribosome is reading this RNA. From the RNA, it is going to produce a protein by a process which is called as translation. So this is also going to happen. So only these two things should happen so that you are getting the protein, so that the organism is having a particular character. This is the role of DNA, this is the role of RNA, this is the role of protein. Okay, so this is the normal way in which things will happen. But in virus, something called as reverse transcription is happening. I'm saying there are certain viruses which will show reverse transcription. Any organism, if you're going to take bacteria or virus or anything, normal mode in which the protein is produced is based out of transcription followed by translation. In human beings, in animals, in plants, everywhere, the DNA is converted into RNA, RNA is converted into proteins. Okay, this is how your information is passed. This is the normal route. But there are certain viruses which will show reverse transcription. So what is this reverse transcription? Let us say that the virus is having RNA as a genetic material. What it will try to do is, but the host it is trying to infect is a DNA virus. Okay, you talk about HIV. HIV is a virus which is having RNA as a genetic material. It will have a single stranded RNA as a genetic material. Okay, so this is the thing. But it wants to integrate, the host cell is having DNA. But this wants to get inside that thing. How an RNA can get into a DNA? It cannot get into. So what it will try to do is, this RNA has this virus has an enzyme which is called as reverse transcriptase. This virus is having a reverse enzyme which is called as a reverse transcriptase, which will convert RNA into a double-stranded viral DNA. So here what is happening, RNA is converted into DNA. This process is what we call it as reverse transcription. What is reverse transcription? Reverse of transcription. Normally transcription is what? From DNA you are going to get RNA. That is normal transcription. If you are talking about reverse transcription, the transcription process is reversed. This is not seen in any organism. It is seen only in virus. Not all viruses, only a group of viruses. Which group of viruses? The group of viruses which we are calling it as retroviruses. Okay, so basically the retroviruses will show reverse transcription. Okay, are we guys able to understand? So basically, wait, I did not finish it off. Once I finish it off, I'll enable the chat. Okay, so basically this group of viruses will show reverse transcription. So what will happen here? This will be making this viral DNA, and this viral DNA will attach with the host DNA, and it will follow the lytic cycle. Are you guys able to understand? So now I am enabling this chat column, so you can talk. So are you understanding what is transcription, translation? Wait, I haven't. I'm just reading the comments. What you people are trying to tell me. Okay, just give me some time. There are lots of comments which are coming in. I'm just seeing what you are trying to tell. Okay, please listen. One thing that I wanted to tell you, all viruses are not retroviruses. all viruses are not retroviruses. எல்லா வைரஸும் retrovirus கிடையாது. RNA இருக்க வைரஸ் எல்லாமே retrovirus அப்படின்னு கேட்டா கிடையாது. No, it is not. Okay. So only there are certain viruses which are having RNA, which is having this enzyme which is called as reverse transcriptase. இந்த reverse transcriptase இருக்கக்கூடிய RNA இருக்கக்கூடிய viruses ரெண்டும் தான் will have the ability to convert RNA into DNA. எந்த வைரஸஸ்லாம் இது பண்ணுதோ அதை மட்டும்தான் வந்துட்டு we'll call it as what? We'll call it as retrovirus. Okay. So basically இந்த என்சைம்ஸ் இருக்கக்கூடிய ஆர்கானிசம்ஸை மட்டும்தான் வந்துட்டு நம்ம ரெட்ரோவைரஸ்ன்னு சொல்லுவோம். RNA வைரஸஸ் எல்லாமே வந்துட்டு we cannot call it as retrovirus. எந்தெந்த வைரஸஸ்ல வந்துட்டு ரிவர்ஸ் டிரான்ஸ்கிரிப்டேஸ் என்சைம் இருந்து ரிவர்ஸ் டிரான்ஸ்கிரிப்ஷன் நடக்குதோ only those viruses we can call it as what? We can call it as retroviruses. Okay. Primitive organisms la vantu irukku, still it is having. So it is a primitive organism but still it will have. Okay. How will they have enzymes na irukku? What we are trying to study is irukundradha da நம்ம படிக்கிறோம். Okay. So please understand what is I got some 2-3 people who are trying to tell, okay, retroviruses are capable of entering any cell, sir. It can affect, any virus can affect any host. Okay, if it is a host, it can affect, that's all. If the virus attached the DNA, then the virus information is sent to our cells. Yes, it is sent into our cells. Reverse transcription is confusing, sir. Okay, I will explain. And there is one more person who says that no, I don't understand. Okay, I will try to explain a little bit. Okay. But majority of them are saying understood, understood, understood. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. So majority of you are saying like yes. There is no difference in structure. Okay. Okay, just hang on for a while. Normally, the protein producing mechanism in any body will be from DNA. The information is going to RNA, and from RNA, it is going to protein. In the DNA la irundhu information RNA க்கு மாறுறது வந்து we call it as transcription. இப்போ என்னோட பாடியில வந்து I have DNA. என் பாடியில வந்து ப்ரோட்டீன்ஸ் எப்படி ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணுனா டிஎன்ஏல இருந்து பேஸ் பண்ணி டெம்ப்ளேட்டா வச்சு ஒரு RNA ப்ரொடியூஸ் ஆகும். இந்த RNAல இருந்து என்ன ஆகும் அப்படின்னு கேட்டா I will get a produced thing which is a protein is produced. Okay. So இதுல இருந்து இதுதான் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன், மெயின் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன். இதுல இருந்து I am getting a processed information which is RNA. எதை மட்டும் ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணுவோம்? இப்போ இது டிஎன்ஏன்றது வந்து ஒரு பெரிய டிஎன்ஏ. It is having information for lots of things. இது ஒரு புரோட்டீனுக்கு ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணும், இது புரோட்டீன் 2 ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணுது, புரோட்டீன் 3 ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணும், புரோட்டீன் 4 ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணும். அது மாதிரி நிறைய ப்ரோட்டீன்ஸ் இருக்கும். இப்போ சே ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் எனக்கு புரோட்டீன் 2 மட்டும் தான் வேணும்னா only this part will be seen and from based on this part I will get a RNA. இந்த RNA-வை டெம்ப்ளேட்டா வச்சு my body is trying to make a protein. Okay. இந்த டிஎன்ஏவை டெம்ப்ளேட்டா வச்சு RNA வரது வந்துட்டு we call it as a transcription. And RNA-வை டெம்ப்ளேட்டா வச்சு we are getting this protein. This protein is called as it is produced by a process which is called as translation. இதுதான் நார்மல் மெத்தட். பட் ரெட்ரோவைரஸஸ்ல என்ன நடக்கும் அப்படின்னு கேட்டா ரெட்ரோவைரஸஸ்ல RNA தான் ஜெனடிக் மெட்டீரியலாவே இருக்கும். ஓகே, இந்த ரெட்ரோவைரஸஸ் என்ன பண்ணுனா RNA வந்து சிங்கிள் ஸ்டாண்டர்டா இருக்கலாம். சிங்கிள் ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் RNA, ஐம் சாரி. இந்த RNA வந்து என்ன பண்ணும் அப்படின்னு கேட்டா it will try to produce DNA. It is producing DNA from where? From RNA. Normally DNA to RNA produce பண்றது வந்துட்டு we call it as transcription. RNA ல இருந்து DNA produce பண்றது we call it as reverse transcription. ஓகே, இந்த ரிவர்ஸ் டிரான்ஸ்கிரிப்ஷன் பண்ணக்கூடிய ஆர்கானிசம்ஸ் வந்துட்டு வைரஸஸ்ல மட்டும்தான் இருக்கு. ஸோ ஒன்லி வைரஸஸ் ஹாவ் திஸ் என்சைம் ரிவர்ஸ் டிரான்ஸ்கிரிப்டேஸ் அண்ட் தென் இட் இஸ் கேப்பபிள் ஆஃப் டூயிங் இட். எல்லா வைரஸ் கிட்டையும் அந்த என்சைம் கிடையாது. only certain viruses have it. So those certain viruses which are having reverse transcriptase as well as they have RNA as a genetic material, then they will be called as retroviruses. Okay, so basically you have retroviruses are viruses which will have reverse transcriptase as an enzyme and which will have RNA as a genetic material, and then this information is gotten this way. Okay, so this is what it is. So let us quickly write about reverse transcriptase. Okay, example for these viruses. The first one is hepatitis B virus. Yes, it will happen only when it is attacking the host with RNA, DNA. Epstein-Barr virus. HIV. Herpes virus. Papilloma virus. They have RNA as genetic material. They have an enzyme called reverse the reverse transcriptase allows the conversion of RNA to DNA. Okay, you will study about reverse transcription detailed in 12th standard anyways, but now you please just study some basic ideas. So please write this thing, I'll explain. Okay, so there are a few viruses which are called as retroviruses, but there are certain viruses like measles viruses, paramyxoviruses that will have RNA as genetic material. But what they will not do is they will not make DNA like retroviruses. Instead, what they will do is they will make a new genomic RNA and attach that RNA to the DNA. Okay, so it will try to make RNA and it will attach it to the DNA. Okay, so this is what you need to know. With this thing, virus is over. Okay, I will show all the slides now. Virus completely is over today. So tomorrow we will see about other things, viroids, prions, mycoplasma, and finally we'll see the summary. Okay, today's class is over. It's almost 11:50 already. Listen, single strand can also be converted into DNA. Double strand also can be converted into DNA. Okay, it all depends on the organism and then like it will be there. Tomorrow you'll have a doubt clarification section. Interested students may come. Day after tomorrow is a holiday. Sunday no classes. Monday we can meet and continue and finish this chapter. Okay. So second slide. Third slide. Fourth slide. It will be intimated to you. The timing for tomorrow's classes will be intimated to you. Okay. So you will be writing your first test on Wednesday. Coming Wednesday, you will write the test. You will write it at on Wednesday. The chapter will be the living world. Objective. You will write it for 1 hour. Fourth slide. Fifth slide. Sixth slide. Yes, only biology, living world. Seventh slide. You don't bother about marks. It's a 1 hour duration MCQ. Eighth slide. Ninth slide. Tenth slide. Second slide. Someone wanted. Fifth slide. Tambi, you don't worry about the test. You just study. I will be giving you instructions before the test. Don't worry. People are so much bothered about all these things. 11th slide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. People whoever was present during living world, please attend the test. People who did not attend the class, please don't attend it. It's your choice. You study anyways, you have to study those chapters. 6, 7, 8. Hey, how many times I showed two one by one? Now it's asking. Okay, children, the class is over. Thank you very much. Sir, class over.